What's going on, muscle monsters? Alain Gonzalez here, and in this video we're going to go over the 7 biggest mistakes that most people make that's keeping them from maximizing muscle growth. Now, if you're watching this video and you're saying, Alain, I'm already making gains, well, if you're making any of these mistakes here, chances are you may be making gains, but you're not maximizing the amount of muscle that you could be building. All right, so pay very close attention to each one of these. Number one, and this is probably the biggest mistake that most people make, is they're just not eating enough. Okay, if you are not in at least a slight calorie surplus, then your body is not able to build muscle at its maximum rate. Yes, you can build muscle at maintenance, but if you are in a surplus, you are going to be able to maximize the amount of muscle that you build. So an easy way for you to figure out if you're eating enough is to, figure out how much or how many calories you're consuming, right? Eat that many calories every day and track your weight on a daily basis, then get an average at the end of every week. If that average is not going up, then you're not eating enough, okay? And you need to increase your calorie intake. As long as that average is going up, then chances are you're eating enough to maximize muscle growth. Number 2 is insufficient protein. I don't care if you're eating enough. If you're not getting enough protein, again, you're not going to be maximizing the rate at which you build muscle. Okay, a very simple formula for figuring out how much protein you need is 1 gram per pound of body weight. So whatever you weigh in pounds, that's the number of grams of protein that you should be consuming on a daily basis. All right, so if you're 150 pounds, you should be consuming 150 grams of protein. Yes, maybe you can get away with a little bit less, but I like to aim a little bit higher. That way, if you don't hit your number, chances are you're still getting enough. So again, if you're getting enough calories, total calories, but you're not getting enough protein, you're not maximizing muscle growth. If you're not getting enough calories, but you're getting enough protein, you're not maximizing muscle growth. They both have to be in order. Okay, you need to be eating in a slight calorie surplus, and you need to be getting enough protein. Number 3, low testosterone. I'm not going to give you guidelines to figure out whether or not your testosterone's low. The best way for you to figure this out is to go see a doctor and get an actual test done to see what or where your testosterone is. But if your testosterone is low, then you're not going to be maximizing the amount of muscle that you build, even if you're getting enough protein and eating enough. Okay, so let's talk about quickly how you can naturally ensure that your testosterones are at least in the normal range. Number 1, lift weights and exercise regularly. Number 2, get enough fruits and vegetables in your diet. Number 3, make sure you're sleeping enough. Number 4, try to reduce stress. Another thing you can do is make sure you're recovering enough. If you are, running your body into the ground, that stress on your body is going to impact your testosterone. Although there's no magic pill that is going to increase your testosterone enough to put it into a normal range if it's low, okay? There are factors, lifestyle factors that you can adjust to ensure that you are, or that you do have healthy testosterone levels, okay? But again, the only way to know for sure is to get them checked. So get them checked, and then obviously, if they're low, your doctor is going to give you some of the guidelines, probably the same guidelines I gave you here, to get it back into the normal range. Number 4, not getting stronger. All right, it doesn't matter. Again, going back, it doesn't matter if you're eating enough and you're getting enough protein. If you're not getting stronger in the gym, you're not going to be stimulating the muscle enough for it to want to grow. The way that the muscle grows is very simple. We introduce a stimulus, our body has to adapt to that stimulus by building enough muscle to do so, and as long as we're continuing to increase that stimulus in one way or another, we will continue to build muscle. The best way to continue ensuring that we are stimulating the muscle enough is to get stronger. All right, whether that is to keep the same weight and do more reps, whether that's to introduce a little bit more volume for a muscle group or just adding a few more pounds to the bar without sacrificing the reps, right? The volume. You need to be getting stronger. If you're bench pressing 135 pounds today for 4 sets of 8, and then a week from now you're still doing that 135 pounds for 4 sets of 8, you're not gonna grow. Number 5, under recovery. Now there's a lot of variables that will determine whether or not you're recovering enough, but a few things that you can do to ensure that you are recovering is, number 1, make sure you're getting enough sleep. I would say 7 or 8 hours per night. Some people can get away with 6 as long as it's high quality sleep. Make sure that you're resting enough throughout the week, right? If you are training, say for example, 6 days a week, and you can feel that your body is just not able to recover, then you might want to go down to a 4 or 5 day split instead. Or you may want to reduce the amount of volume that you're doing each day. You want to decrease overall stress in your life. That's going to help you recover quite a bit. You want to make sure that you're eating enough fruits and veggies, drinking enough water, things of that nature, right? Very basic things that are going to ensure that you are recovering. All right, if you're going into the gym, say for example today, to bench press, and then next week you're going into bench press again and maybe you're losing strength a little bit, maybe you can't even push the same amount of weight or get the same amount of reps, chances are you're not recovering. Okay, it might be a good chance that you either are running yourself into the ground or maybe you just need a deload. All right, so maybe just deload for a week and see what happens. Okay, but if this continues, then chances are you're not recovering, so you're not going to get stronger, which means you're not going to get bigger. Number 6, too many goals. All right, if you try to chase 2 rabbits, you catch neither, right? So all the time people say, Align, how can I build muscle and lose fat at the same time? Okay, I'm a skinny guy, but I don't want to lose my abs when I'm bulking. You know, things like that are keeping you skinny or keeping you from maximizing muscle growth because they both require different things. If you want to get absolutely shredded, you should be in a deficit. You should probably be doing some cardio. All right, if you want to bulk up, you should probably reduce cardio, but you should be in a surplus, right? So as you can see, if you try to do both of these things at the same time, you end up getting neither. So pick a goal. What's your goal for the next 12 weeks? Is it to bulk up and put on some size? Or is it to lean down to get you to a point where now you can reverse diet and start building muscle maximally? Figure that out and then attack that goal, but don't try to do both at the same time. All right, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get either one. And then number 7 is inconsistency. You could be on some days eating enough. You could be on some days getting enough protein. Sometimes you could be getting stronger, right? You're hitting the gym 5 days a week, but then, you know, 1 week is just not your week and you end up only going 3 days, right? You're setting yourself back. You're not being consistent. You could eat enough 5 days out of the week, right? But if you're not eating enough 7 days out of the week, then you're not going to have reached that surplus that you need. So you need to make sure that these things are consistent. You need to be doing these things consistently. If you're not going to the gym consistently, it's going to be hard to get stronger. If you're not eating enough consistently, you're not going to grow. Make sure that you're doing everything consistently. And that's pretty much it. These are basically the 7 biggest mistakes that most people are making. If you can avoid these, at least to the best of your ability, then you will be able to maximize the amount of muscle that you put on. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, click the like button below and let me know in the comment section which one of these do you think is making the biggest negative impact right now in your ability to build muscle. And before you go, I just want to let you know that I still have copies of my book, Bulk Up Fast, completely free. This book is going to be shipped to your home. All you have to do is cover the shipping fee. I've already paid for the book. But once those copies are gone, they're gone for good. So go to the link in the description, tell me where to send it, cover that small shipping fee, and I'll send it anywhere in the world. All right? Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.